sighed as he entered the warmth of his room, carrying you in his arm, the soft aroma of nostalgia lingering around in room. He glanced at your knocked out, almost purple self in his arm. Placing you down on bed gently, he immediately retrieves to get a new pair of fresh, warm clothes from his almirah. He grabbed the first warm thing he saw and walked back to bed, his one hand on your waist securely as he held you against his chest. Movement hurried and panicked, your purple skin and cold freezing body and the eyes that wasn't open glaring at him was making him restless. All this condition was no better, his body still trembling from his drenched clothes. He can deal with that later. For now, his all focus remain on taking your shirt off and inners, making you wear his woolen sweater and then changing your pants. He sighed, making you lay down in the fresh pair of clothes, watching you nuzzle into sheets. A sneeze left his mouth as he bring the hair dryer sitting beside you on bed drying your hair, his hand going through your soft locks, massaging it along with his soft kisses. He liked nothing about this situation. As much as he claimed to be frustrated over your stubborn self, he didn't seem to enjoy your silence. A sigh of relief left his mouth, watching you all dry and warm under the sheets. He wiped his own runny nose, sneezing now, going to change his clothes. Half an hour later, both of you were on bed with IVs attached to your hand. Exhaustion dawned upon Jungkook now when his body came out of the fight or flight mode, his muscles aching with occasional cough and sneeze. His sinus was acting up. The doctor bid farewell, prescribing the medicine and some precautions. His eyes fell on your half done IV attached to your hand, his hand instinctively moving to rest above your hand. The vision of you going purple and pale was a lot for him. He swore this was the first and last time you put yourself in dangers like this. This is never going to happen again. He seems lost, kissing your warm hand softly when you stayed awake. His body straightened immediately at the movement. His body hovering over yours, watching you flutter your eyes open. A groan left your mouth, making his heart ache. His hand caressing your hair, tugging your hair behind your ear, the other hand on bed as he tried to not weigh it down due to the ivy attached. you trying to knock me out again? A whisper left your mouth, watching his face slow close as the first thing. First time in a day, a genuine chuckle left his mouth. There you are with your sassy attitude again. He got aside, helping you sit up all while you groaned and cursed. You got fever right after you came back, while his sinus was acting up due to being in cold for way too long. He was just happy that he didn't end up with hypothermia. His eyes fell on his ivy, which was almost empty. Taking the needle off in one swift motion, he went towards your side. You looked as confused as this toddler still trying to register everything. However, a gasp left your mouth when your eyes fell on your hand. You tried to kill me, you stated dramatically, pointing at the ivy in your hand. Jungkook shook his head in disbelief, kneeling down, holding your hand. How can you be so dramatic even when we're sick? What are you doing? Stay still for a moment. He said firmly, shooting you a glare. The protest rests on your tongue, but instead you let out a hiss as he gently pulled out a needle. It's done. Now you need to eat something. He said, getting up while you glared at him. He sighed internally, feeling you glare at himself. There you go with his stubbornness again. It was almost laughable how you still had the energy to fight with him. Few moments later, he sat on bed beside you with a warm soup, matching your glare with his own firm gaze. I can feed myself. You snapped, jerking his hand away that was cupping your cheeks, making you take the spoon. He scoffed, looking away. I did give you the option, but you were too busy being stubborn. You snatched the bowl angrily, eating on your own. He sighed in disbelief. You could see him from your peripheral vision, rummaging through the drawer to find something and then coming back to you with the pill and water. If you think I will take that after you tried to kill me with that IV, then you're wrong. You stated directly, eyeing the pill. You have always been one complicated case when it comes to medical checkups or medicines. It's for your fever, take them. He ordered, taking out his spoon, doing something. No, I will not. You argued, making him poke his tongue inside his cheek. Yes, you will, he said sternly. Open your mouth to say something only for him to grab your jaw and put the pill inside your mouth, making you drink the water. Swallow it, he said firmly, holding your chin up all while you struggled trying to get out of his grip on your nape and chin. chin when he saw you coughing and your mouth empty. His hand remained firm on your nape, other hand holding his cell phone while your anger flared up to sky. So, yes, mother, your daughter is calling me piece of bitch. He stated, holding the cell phone to his ear, making you gasp. His grin widened as he saw you trying to get up to lung at him. His hand on your neck tightened to keeping you still. She's calling me jerk because I gave her medicine for fever. He stated again with dull voice, winking at you. Another gasp left your mouth. What the fuck he was doing? Your mother will kill you. Tried reaching for him again, but when you couldn't, you pulled him to bed in one go, hovering above him, snatching the phone. It took several moments for Jungkook to register what happened. Until then, you have seen his blank screen. He was messing with you. Your eyes widen in disbelief as anger flared into your brain. In one moment, you threw the phone again, angrily, your fist meeting his chest, hovering above him. A voice of amusement left his lips before you hit him again. Never seen more of a jerk than you. You said with another hit, all while he grinned. The next second, he was tossing you underneath him now, hovering above you. Your both wrists pinned on bed, but your struggle continued. He watched you struggle for a few moments with amusement, his eyes soft, full of endearment, stuck on you. He asked after a few moments, watching you breathe heavily after all your failed struggle. Your eyes burned with anger as your jaw clenched tighter. I hate you. You snapped, yet his eyes remained the same, soft, with full of love. What? You asked angrily, watching him look at you like that. Little bit of anger dissolving into confusion. He chuckled softly, his knuckle caressing your cheek. Why are you so angry all the time, huh? He asked, oh so softly. He slightly nudged his nose to yours affectionately, his other hand resting on your side cheek, his finger caressing your hair. Confusion etched to your face more. So stubborn. He whispered, placing a kiss to your forehead. So silly. His lips landed on the tip of your nose. You blinked your eyes at his softness, your anger long forgotten. You gulped down your throat as the red crept up to your cheeks, always ready to fight. You breathed, kissing your left eye. Then end up in trouble. He placed a kiss on your right eye. You are nothing but a puddle of jelly at this point. Butterflies churned in your stomach at his every kiss, your mouth shut closed, not being able to protest. What will our kids say when they will grow up watching their mother always arguing with their father? He asked so softly, tucking your hair behind your ear. We don't have kids. He whispered for the first time, gulping down your dry thought. Keep arguing like this, then I assure you we will soon. His word ended with him crashing his lips to yours, his lips moving against yours softly and passionately. Your eyes widened momentarily before you reciprocated back. Your lips matching his pace, biting on his lower lips, making him groan. His grip tightened around you in response as his kiss grew more passionate. He backed off few moments later with a sting of saliva attached to your lips. Both of your rage breathing echoed in the room. Now, if you are done putting up a fight, you need sleep. He said, carrying you to the right side of the bed all while you bited your lips. He really have a way to shut you up. He settled on bed with you on his lap, cradled against his chest, his warm hand slipping inside your woolen sweater, rubbing your bare skin softly, his hand locked in your hair, smoothing them out. He was urging you to sleep. You will never understand how he can make you sleep in just few moments always. Just like always you were dozing off in his chest, feeling scared despite of all your stubbornness. You might never admit this, but he was your home now. Regardless of what you wanted or not, you have been given a home you can return to always to keep you warm and safe despite your tantrums.